Say hello to GLP-1. That stands for glucagon-like peptide 1, and it's the absolute star player here. Our gut releases this stuff within minutes of us eating, and it sends out this incredibly powerful signal to get our blood sugar under control. It's amazing at its job, but as we're about to see, it has one heck of an Achilles heel.
So GLP-1 is a total superstar, and it does way more than just one thing. First, it boosts insulin, but here's the really clever part. It only does it when blood sugar is high. That means there's a much lower risk of your blood sugar crashing. At the same time, it tells your liver to chill out and stop dumping extra sugar into your system. It also slows down how fast your stomach empties, which makes you feel fuller for longer, and it even sends a message to your brain to dial back your appetite. It's like a whole blood sugar management team packed into a single hormone.
But here's the big catch. Our hero has a ridiculously short lifespan. The moment GLP-1 hits the bloodstream, a villain is already there, waiting to take it out. This quote really says it all. There's an enzyme that's so good at destroying GLP-1 that only a tiny fraction, we're talking just 10 to 20%, is ever left to actually do its important work.
And this is really the heart of the conflict, isn't it? You've got the hero, GLP-1, which does all these amazing things, and then you have the villain, this enzyme called DPP-4, that just wipes it out almost instantly. This natural battle is happening in our bodies all the time. So the challenge for scientists wasn't just about making more of the hero. It was about figuring out how to outsmart the villain.
So how in the world did they solve this hero versus villain problem? Well, instead of just a head-on attack, they came up with two, frankly, brilliant strategies to win this biological chess match. Okay, here's the playbook. Strategy 1, let's call it the impersonator. The idea here was to engineer a molecule that looks and acts just like GLP-1, but with a kind of superpower. It's resistant to the villain, DPP-4. These are the drugs we call GLP-1 receptor agonists. Then there's strategy 2, the neutralizer. This approach is totally different. Instead of creating a new hero, you just take out the villain. You use a drug to block DPP-4, which lets your body's own natural GLP-1 stick around and do its job for a whole lot longer. These are the DPP-4 inhibitors. Two brilliant strategies, for sure, but they lead to really different results for patients. So let's put them side by side and see how these two approaches actually compare in the real world. And this table just lays it all out so clearly. The agonists are impersonators, they're injections. They're also way more powerful when it comes to lowering blood sugar. And, check this out, they lead to significant weight loss. The downside, they can make you feel nauseous. On the other side, you've got the inhibitors, the neutralizers. These are just simple pills you can take. They're a bit milder on blood sugar, but they are incredibly easy to tolerate. So it really boils down to a choice: power versus convenience and tolerability. This chart really drives home one of the biggest selling points. Look at that difference in weight. You can see a clear win for the GLP-1 agonists. And that was a huge, huge deal because at the time, a lot of other diabetes drugs actually caused people to gain weight. But of course, there's always a trade-off. For all that power, the injectable agonists can come with a pretty high rate of nausea, affecting almost half of patients in some studies. Now, that does tend to get better over time, but look at the DPP-4 inhibitors. Their nausea rates are basically the same as taking a sugar pill. It's that classic potency versus tolerability story again. So you might be asking, why are they so different? Well, it all comes down to the dosage level. The agonists are like turning on a fire hose. They flood your system with a massive, powerful, super therapeutic level of GLP-1 activity. That's why they work so well, but it's also why they can cause side effects. The inhibitors, on the other hand, are more like just turning up the garden sprinkler. They gently stabilize the GLP-1 your body is already making, which gives you a more modest, natural boost with way fewer side effects.